Hey, what's up? Your boy almost didn't make this video, but I was like, hey, I got that fire, so why not splurge it right here? So how was today? Today was pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Only put in about an hour and a half, well, shy of an hour and a half into studying, because I was like, okay, we're gonna do one of two things. It's either we're gonna do 10 exercises or an hour and a half. Already a lot of my time was spent on family stuff, shopping. So that was that. So, you know, I was like, you know what, in all honesty, I've reached a point in time where I'm not angry because, or let me just say, I'm not set off because I understand how to maneuver with my time. I understand the principle. I even got late to gym and then had to go fetch my sister from work real quick and then had to go to the shops again. And I was just there like calm, zen, you see? So I'm really glad about that. Yeah, gym went well. I learned something. I was like, yo, I need to be more engaged, you know, and make sure that I activate my body as a whole. And with that being said, today's lesson is about patience and the application of it. You know, I forgot what I was going to say as a whole concerning patience, but I've reached a point in time where definitely my moral stance and value stance has to have patience in it. Because, okay, I've been lifting, right? And I think I've stopped on the linear gains, especially with the amount of weight and my newbie stage, where I'm just adding pounds and pounds week after week. No, session after session. Right now, it's more so like on a weekly basis. And I actually kind of, yeah, seeing and listening to my body and seeing how I'm doing. Because, hey, yeah, if I don't pay attention to my body and actually take time, then I'm just rushing through it and I'm not doing work. You know, I feel like work and patience go hand in hand, especially at this point in time where it's like I need to be patient with myself. I need to be patient with my technique, because the heavier I lift, the more I notice that I need to be a little more particular when it comes to my technique. And this requires a certain level of patience and understanding that, yo, lifting 120 kgs or even 130 versus 140, three different weights, you know, and I need to adjust my form accordingly. And that can only be done through patience, understanding that, okay, cool, I'm not going to finish this set because I already messed up my form. Let me see, I'm going to do next week and I'm still doing 3x3. I'm going to do 3x3. That means 3 reps, 3 sets this whole week. I could do 4x3, try jump to 4x3. I could even do 140. I could do 150 right now. But patience is important in terms of, hey, am I confident in my form? Can I move on to 4x3? Can I move on to 5x3? Can I, you know, really be confident that, okay, cool, my form is good. I am growing and I'm not compromising my form. My form won't be perfect, but it needs to be the type of form where I know that I can deadlift often. Because I noticed, when I was doing my last set, I messed up my form because I was tired. So I usually time for 30 minutes, and I finished at around, I think 25, if not 20 minutes, you know, for my squat session. So to a certain degree, I was ahead of time, but then I noticed that I was actually rushing. I should have gotten enough rest so that I'm not tired for my last 2 reps, you know? So that's a lesson in patience, you know, from the micro to the macro. And this is just through gym, but same thing goes with, per se, the software developer course. Because when it came to JavaScript, right, I was creating components. No, not JavaScript, pardon me, to React. They were like, okay, cool, create components, right? And then I was like, okay, sure, grand. I kept on repeating this one component exercise for like 30 minutes to an hour just to really memorize and make sure that I know what it is that I'm doing, what it is that I'm writing, You know, I took more time than necessary, but I was like, you know what? This is where patience applies, because I understand that this specific thing is very important. And when it came to revising, I revised 2 to 3 times because I noticed I forgot in the last 2 days, you know, what it is that I did. But when I revised once, revised twice, I was like, oh, now I remember. And now I have a better understanding of how everything fits in. So I guess that's my appreciation for patience and actually aiming to slow down, like really slow down, give whatever it is that I need to do the right amount of time, you know, because I've noticed that, okay, cool, I've got this fire in my heart, right? But then, you know, it's like, what's the point of having this fire if I'm just gonna waste it? You know, I'm just gonna be dedicated to one powerful burst, but let me just use it to, per se, have some sort of consistency in outputting it, if that makes sense. So right now, it's just a matter of noticing and understanding, okay, cool, how do I feel? Okay, am I impatient? Okay, that means I have energy for this. Let me apply this energy properly, you know, into, per se, not finishing the task quicker, you know, and spreading myself thin, but actually going deeper into the task. Like with squatting, there's a point in time where I was like, okay, cool, let me apply the breathing practices that I've been doing, you know, and I did it, right? And I was more grounded. And yeah, like life became a little more holistic from a spiritual aspect to a physical aspect. And I was like, you know, just taking this time to make this link is very necessary because a lot of things are related in life, you know, and I could just go on and on with all these links, but, you know, just to sum it up. So with patience, there is a possibility of going deeper. Even when I was bench pressing, I was like, okay, cool, let me activate my glutes. Seems unlikely, right? Let me actually position my leg drive. Let me make sure that my form is actually good. Activate my traps. You know what I'm saying? I did bench press last, and I managed to do the 90 kgs 3x3. And that was just because of me going deeper. Last week, I think I failed. Yeah, I don't even know why I failed. Got distracted or something. Yeah, but, you know, so with that being said, moral of the story is that's patience. Like, you know, patience allows one to just fully engage, you know, because now that everything is slowed down to a pace where it's like, okay, what is it that I'm avoiding to do? Okay, cool. Because usually when I'm being impatient, I just notice like, okay, cool, I'm doing the bare minimal. But at least at this point in time, this isn't the bare minimal. This is really putting everything together, making sure that all the factors are there prior to action, and perfectly executing. You know, that's why they say proper preparation prevents poor performance. I really don't like that. I don't like saying it that way. I like saying proper preparation promotes powerful or potent performance. So with that being said, thank you. And by the way, anyways, thank you. That's all for today.